You are listening to Minor Metrics Flagged. I'm your host, Chris Mellon. This show is powered by a script written by LockFox at Eve Prosper. This content is aimed at players participating in the mining profession and is provided nightly to give you, dear listener, the information you need to sell your product at the right price. This show only covers the major changes in the market since the last episode of Minor Metrics Complete. This is also a space for me to do a bit of a correction section for the show, discussing what I predicted wrong and what led me astray, and most importantly, why that isn't the case in this situation. We have 2 flagged items tonight, 1 mineral and 1 ice product. Our first flag is on Mexilon, with a dump in price yesterday. But more importantly, I want to talk about my disagreement with the wider community about the future of the price. Most everyone is predicting a rise in the Mexilon value with good reason. Mexilon is the bottleneck of the null superproduction chain, and they need to outsource that piece of the chain to HiSec. This is why we've seen a jump in price over the last 6 months or so. With superproduction continuing, everyone is suggesting that this price will continue to rise. But my gut says that Mexilon became overvalued about 2 months ago. I think where we are is more of a peak in volatility around the equilibrium price of 70 ISK. I could be wrong, but that is why I've been repeatedly calling Mexilon as a sell and not recommending to hold for this price hike that has been predicted by others. Lastly, we have heavy water, which I've been calling as a slow drop. That changed with today's episode. I've changed my call to a stall due to the price hike over the last 4 days. My recommendation to sell hasn't changed, and I do think that this is a stall as opposed to a new growth period. The RSI is nearing 50%, so that indicates a stable price future to my eye. This has been Chris Mellon for Minor Metrics. Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to check tomorrow for another episode.